This is what happens when the best shooter in NBA history shoots the ball.
Pretty good. Two guys jump the corner.
Look at this. Every Nugget here expects it to go in. Nikola Jokic, Austin Rivers, Aaron Gordon, Monte Morris. No box out, no defense, no nothing. Just a conditioned response when number 30 shoots the ball from 30 feet out. And who can blame them? That's Steph, so inspiration Curry. Anyway, it was a good game, good night, and it got me thinking, could this really be the best three-point shooting team in the history of the NBA? And also, how's that going to translate for the rest of the season for the 2022 Golden State Warriors? First things first, guys, before I start rambling on into the abyss about if the 2022 squad is going to be the best shooting team in NBA history, I gotta define it somehow first so we can all stay on the same page. Is the best three-point shooting team A, the team that takes the most three-point attempts over the course of a season? Or is it B, the team that makes the most three-point shots over the course of a season? Or is it C, the team that has the highest three-point shooting percentage over the course of a season? All really valid questions, and before I crown this 2022 Warriors team as the best in history, we gotta take a quick look at history and make a comparison. To start off with, let's take a look at the team that took the most three-point attempts over the course of a season. That team is the 2018-2019 Houston Rockets, which was led by James Harden, the Beard. That year, the Houston Rockets hoisted up 45.38 three-point shot attempts per game, and that got them 53 wins in the Western Conference, which was good enough to tie for the third most wins in the West and fifth most wins in the league overall. Not bad. Not bad at all. Next off, let's take a look at the team that made the most three-point shots over the course of a regular season. Well, this record also belongs to the 2018-2019 Houston Rockets, as they made 16.3 three-point shots per game on average over the course of that season. The thing though about this Houston Rockets team was their efficiency wasn't that great. 35.6% was how well they shot it from three-point range, but still, even just by throwing up a boatload of threes with average efficiency, they still became the fifth best team in the league. Now let's take a look at the best three-point shooting percentage team in NBA history. That record actually belongs to Steph Curry's dad. Yeah, that's right, Del Curry, the father of Steph Curry, was actually on the team with the best three-point shooting percentage in the history of the NBA. What a coincidence. The 1996-97 Charlotte Hornets shot the three ball at 42.8% overall clip. Unfortunately, that was the only bright thing I could find about their season, as it ended in a first-round 3-0 sweep by the big hands of Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks. Let's not stop here, though. Let's take a look at every other team that shot at least 40% from three-point range over the course of an entire regular season, and let's take a quick look into how that translated to winning. There was the 2009-2010 Phoenix Suns, who shot at 41.2% with 26.1 shot attempts per game and ended up as the third seed in the West. There was the 2012-2013 Golden State Warriors, who shot at 40.3% with 24.2 shot attempts per game and ended up as the sixth seed in the West. Then there was the 2013-2014 San Antonio Spurs. They shot at 40.1% with 26.9 shot attempts per game, who ended up first overall in the league and also won the championship that year. Then we have the 2014-2015 Golden State Warriors, who shot at 40.1% with 32.2 shot attempts per game, who also ended up first overall in the league and also won the championship that year. There were also the 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors, who shot at 41.7% with 37.8 shot attempts per game, who set the all-time NBA regular season record for most wins at 73, topping out Jordan and his Bulls. And finally, there was the 2020-2021 Los Angeles Clippers, who shot at 41.1% with 30.5 shot attempts per game, who ended up tied for the third most wins in the Western Conference. So out of 7 teams in NBA history that shot over 40% for a season, 2 of them won a championship, 1 set the record for most wins in NBA history, and another 2 of them had the third most wins in the respective conference. Now, how do the 2022 Golden State Warriors fit into this whole picture? Well, here's where things get fun. Steve Kerr stated recently that the team this year is going to chase wins. He specifically said, Jonathan and Moses are so young, they've got a bunch of young guys ahead of them who have been in this league and know what they're doing. So they've got to earn their time. We'll see how it all plays out, but we're chasing wins this year. So just for now, depending on their development, I'm going to leave Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moody out of these rotations. So for the Warriors to win, here's a 10-man lineup Coach Kerr is probably going to use for the bulk of the season. For the starting five, you got Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Kevon Looney. In his first 2 preseason games, Draymond is shooting 3 for 4 from distance.
Poole had 30. And the Warrior win over Portland. He looks dynamic. And Draymond hitting that.
If this beast of a man could stay consistent like how he did in 2016, that pretty much translates to 4 starters being dangerous from the perimeter. From the bench, you've got Jordan Poole, Otto Porter Jr., Nemanja Bjelica, Damian Lee, and JTA. That's 5 other players who can just about shoot the 3 ball at 40%. That's 9 out of their 10-man rotation who can shoot about 40% from long distance. 9 out of 10.
He had his baby. He played.
No, he played that night.
Yeah, he did.
Steph Curry dropped it in.
And just like the Houston Rockets, they're pretty trigger happy. Yeah, that's right. The 2022 Golden State Warriors are trigger happy. I mean, for their first preseason game to start the 2021-22 season, they almost set the record for most threes attempted in a game. They jacked up 69 long balls that game against the Portland Trail Blazers.
A 3 is little, and taking it off the deck is Poole. 4:55 left in the third. Poole comes down. That's a deep 3.
Then in their second preseason game against the Denver Nuggets, they didn't take 69 attempts again, but they took 46 attempts and made 21 of them for a whopping 45.7%. By the way they're playing, and by the personnels on the team, there is a strong possibility that they're going to set the record for most attempts in a season. I mean, it's only the preseason, but they're on pace to break it. Moving on. With 9 out of 10 players having the ability to shoot 40% from distance, they'll definitely have the most three-pointers made in NBA history. And when it comes to efficiency, that'll only increase when Klay Thompson gets back. This is all looking really good for the Warriors if they could shoot 40% from deep collectively. I mean, if they can do that, just by looking at the statistics, they have a 3 out of 7 chance of being the number 1 seed in the league, a 2 out of 7 chance of winning the championship, and their floor is pretty much the number 3 seed in the West. Dang, guys. We witnessed history over and over again from Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, and we just might see it again. The NBA has seriously changed, but let's switch gears here for a bit. I've been talking about the top 3-point shooting teams in NBA history in terms of attempts, makes, and field goal percentages. But have you ever wondered what was at the bottom of that spectrum? Well, let's take a quick look. The 1979-1980 Atlanta Hawks have the record for the lowest 3-point attempts per game at 0.91 attempts a game. That's less than 1 per game. Man, just the other day I saw Jordan Poole take and make 2 3-pointers within the span of like 10 seconds. But anyway, next up, the 1980-1981 Atlanta Hawks have the record for the lowest 3-point makes per game at 0.12 makes per game. Jesus Christ, that's like 1 3-point shot made every 10 games. In today's game, if a team only made 1 3-point shot every 10 games, everybody on that team is going to get fired. When I say everybody, I mean absolutely everybody. Players, coaches, assistant coaches, GMs, you name it, they're gone. And they're probably going to get banned for even being associated with the NBA ever again. Last one here, guys. The team with the lowest 3-point shooting percentage in NBA history is the 1982-83 Los Angeles Lakers, who shot the ball at basically 10%. I'm pretty sure Magic Johnson was on the team, but yeah. Anyway, have you ever wondered about the best shooter in the world's father? Yeah, I mean Del Curry. I mean, who the heck was Del Curry before he became Steph Curry's dad? Well, I got the video for you right here. It's a big video, guys, and trust me when I say you're going to want to watch it. Click the video, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.